Hi, Guadalupe. I wanted to leave you some feedback on your essay one. Um, I think that you have unpacked the man's, I don't want to say progression, I guess regression, maybe degression would be the word to use, pretty well in this paper. And I like the final concluding point that you bring us to in the essay. I think that that's a good final point to leave us with. Um, I do think that this would probably make for a better thesis. So perhaps bringing this idea to the beginning of the essay would probably give you a better focus. Because a lot of your paragraphs, like I said, you're unpacking what's going on pretty well, but it focuses on summary rather than analysis. So if you could more clearly explain uh, how May shows us that we have our own cages through these moments, through your explanation, that would help out a lot, right? So you say that the man's first reaction was anger, you bring in evidence, and you say here that the psychologist said he could still be helped. Note that this paragraph all kind of relies on summary, but we don't really know what you're doing with it and how it supports your overarching main idea. I would say the same thing goes on in the rest of the body paragraphs. So you're just kind of summarizing the text over and over again instead of analyzing. But if this is the main point that you want to bring us to, what are the examples of cages in the text? And how do the characters either resist the cage or become acclimated to the cage, right? I think that that is probably a good idea to focus on in these body paragraphs, in these summaries. You have some good ideas in this paragraph, but this paragraph feels really disorganized. So I think reorganizing this paragraph would help out a lot. So you start out with this question, and really this question should be cited because this is May's direct wording, right? So you should put this in direct quotations and cite this. And then you say May's moral lesson is the longer you have no freedom, the more you might go insane. Um, I'm not sure that that's a moral lesson. So a moral lesson attempts to teach us right or wrong, and I'm not sure if this idea is a moral lesson. Um, I think this is more along the lines of a moral lesson might be along the lines of um, taking someone else's freedom away or allowing another to lose their freedom and doing nothing about it, right? That's more along the lines of something that's right or wrong. But the main issue here is you present this, then you say May's moral lesson, and then you start providing the background information for the story. So that organization doesn't really make sense for the reader, because if the reader doesn't know who May is and what he wrote and what the gist of the story is, this idea right here is going to fall completely flat. So I would rethink the organization of the ideas in this paragraph. What you really want to do to have a clear summary is start by introducing the author, the text, and the overarching main idea. Bring in the key ideas for support, state the author's purpose, and then position into your thesis statement, right? Um, and I think you have a good thesis here at this last sentence. I just think it's in the wrong place. And I think that that's one of the reasons why you're primarily focusing on summary in these body paragraphs instead of analyzing it. So I think that this is an essay that could be revised. And in order to do that, I would focus on reorganizing your introduction, really nailing down a clear thesis at the end of the introduction, and then rethinking how your body paragraphs support that thesis. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.